Morning, students. We are going to start with chapter number 15, Improvement in Food Resources topic, Nutrient Management. Right? We have started the lesson. We have already seen why lesson is so, or for that matter, why food production agriculture is so much important for our country. We have seen how can we improve the crop production. Now today we are going to see nutrient management. Let us start. See, first what we should know is just as we need food for development, growth and well-being. In the beginning of the lesson, we had seen we all need food and different nutrients, different components of food like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals for different reasons. So, we need it for development, growth, our general well-being. In the same way, plants also require nutrients for growth. Right? They are also living beings after all. So, they also require nutrients for growth. Nutrients are supplied to plants by air, water and soil. See, what we should know is that just like we eat food, right? And by taking food with the help of our hand and all that, we can do on our own. Plants cannot do that on their own. So they are to be supplied nutrients. How? Who gives them nutrients? We have never seen any plant eating anything or taking out hand and putting anything in the mouth. No. So these nutrients are obtained from air, water and soil. So basically in nutrient management we are going to see how many nutrients are required by plants. From where do the plants get them? Right? Let us see that. There are 16 nutrients. This is important objective. There are 16 nutrients which are essential for plants. We must know that plants require in all 16 different nutrients. I told you nutrients are available to the soil from air, water and soil. From there they go to plants. What does air give? Air supplies carbon and oxygen. Most important, hydrogen comes from water. Important objective questions. Air supplies dash and dash. Plants get dash and dash from air. Answer is C. Air has carbon dioxide. So from air, carbon and oxygen are obtained to green plants. Hydrogen comes from water. H2O, we know that. So O is also there, but this oxygen is not given by water. It is given by air. So totally 1, 2 and 3 out of 16, only 3 nutrients, they come from air and water. 16 minus 3 is 13. So soil supplies the other 13 nutrients. Right? So soil supplies other 13 nutrients. Major nutrients are obtained to the plant by the soil. Amongst these 13 nutrients, 6 are required in large quantities and are therefore called macronutrients. See, this is an important question which is asked. What are macronutrients? How many macronutrients are required by plants? Then the answer is the nutrients which are required by plants in large quantity are macronutrients, and the ones which are required in small quantity, we are going to see that, right? So out of these 13 nutrients, 6 are required in large quantities, and so they are called macronutrients. And the other 7 nutrients which are used by plants in small quantities, so they are called micronutrients. What are they called? Micronutrients. Out of 13, 6 in large quantities and 7 in small quantities, and therefore they are called micronutrients. So these differences are also there, macronutrients and micronutrients. The term micro will itself say small and macro means large. So it depends on quantities. Deficiency of these nutrients affect physiological processes in plants, including reproduction, growth, and susceptibility to diseases. See, if there is deficiency of these nutrients, then they affect the physiological processes in the plants. You might feel that what would happen if plant does not get enough carbon or oxygen or such nutrient? Then we must know they would affect the physiological processes, including reproduction of plant would be affected, their growth would be affected, and they would be more susceptible to diseases. This is something you must know. To increase the yield, means production, what can we do? The soil can be enriched by supplying these nutrients in the form of manure and fertilizers. So you can give these nutrients to the plants in form of manures and fertilizers, right? You are supposed to take care. If the soil is deficient in nitrogen, you are supposed to give manures and fertilizers which are rich in nitrogen only, not otherwise, right? This is something you must know. Now this table is very important and one correction is to be made, so just take care. Also, what we must know, sources, this is table 15.1. All the tables, everything would be discussed. All the activities from the lesson, everything would be discussed. This is table 15.1. Nutrients supplied by air, water and soil. because we are dealing with agriculture, to plants. See, from air we get carbon and oxygen. This is correct. Air gives us two nutrients. I have told you, important objective question. Water. Here two are given. Make correction just now. Take out your textbooks and cancel oxygen. Water gives only one nutrient, that is hydrogen. So totally 1, 2, 3, and remaining 13 nutrients are obtained from soil. They are divided into two, macronutrients and micronutrients. The nutrients which are required by plants in large quantity, they are called as macronutrients. Which are they? NPSK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur. Four are very common. Everyone knows that plant requires these four in large quantity. Two more you have to remember, CAMG, that is calcium and magnesium. NPSK, CAMG. This is how you have to remember. These are macronutrients. They are required in large quantity because they are highly essential in the development of plants. Micronutrients means nutrients which are required by plants in small quantities. Which are they? Iron, manganese, boron, zinc, copper, molybdenum, chlorine. So 7 nutrients are required in small quantity and 6 are required in large quantity. So this is something that you must know. Remember these names also: boron, zinc, copper, molybdenum, chlorine, iron, manganese. They are required by plants in small quantity. So we have done which nutrients are supplied by air, water and soil to the plant. Cut this. Water gives only hydrogen. What is more, in the next portion I am going to discuss the in-text questions which are given at the end of this topic. So write along with it and learn them.